Come on, heavy.
Boys and girls, do I have a motorcycle for you?
What's happening, Heavy D?
Nothing, buddy, just riding around looking cool. You know what it's all about.
Heavy D came all the way down from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to help us do a couple of videos today, and the first bike we're riding up is this cult classic. This is a Suzuki SV650 V-Twin. This bike even surprised Suzuki at its popularity. It's just such a fun bike, and it's a blast to ride. This is the 2003 model. They made a bunch of improvements to this bike in 2003. The brakes were improved, the engine was improved, the suspension was improved, and I've got some Cycle World test stuff I'll go over with here in a second. They call this a V-Twin fun machine, and after riding this thing, I can tell you why. It's just an absolute hoot to ride. This is the fuel injected version, a much improved fuel injection version. Like I said, it has a cult-like status. The 2003 model that this one is a big improvement over the first model year, which came out in 1999. They changed the way it looks. It kind of borrows a little bit from the style of its big brother, the TL1000S. And it's kind of a ringer for the SV1000, so it looks like a bigger bike. It's actually a 650, which is great because it's going to cost you less to insure it, less in taxes. And also, when you ride it, you can really open this thing up, whereas on the 1000, you're definitely going to get arrested if you open this thing up. This has enough horsepower to be fun, but not too much to get you in trouble. So it has new styling. It had a new frame this year, a new sand cast steering head, and high vacuum molded die cast main spurs. It's a much more rigid frame than the previous years, and it has a new rear brake. It has a Nissan caliper. It had a Tokiko caliper the year before. Also has a new swing arm shock and linkage that resulted in 30% more wheel travel. So the biggest upgrade this year on the 650cc V-Twin is a dual throttle valve fuel injection. Setup very similar to the one used on the GSXR and the SV1000. So it has a more aggressive hotter cam, and the timing on the electronic ignition is a little more aggressive, so it's just an absolute hoot to ride. Just sling a leg over this thing and take it for a rip. You'll see what I'm talking about. The one thing that people complained about with the 2003 model was the exhaust was huge. It had like a cannon-like exhaust on it. It was very restrictive, and it muffled what is really the calling card for this bike, which is the awesome V-Twin engine sound. So the previous owner that we bought this from, who was a 78-year-old Marine, Purple Heart, two-time Purple Heart recipient, that had 2 tours of duty in Vietnam.
Alan Gifford.
Alan Gifford, yep, he's the man. This was his bike, and he bought this because he wanted something a little more sportier than his Goldwing and his other big bikes. And he had a big BMW too. So this bike likes to rev, likes to run between 7,000 and 9,000 RPM, and it has an 11,000 RPM redline on it. So this thing will rev right to the moon. It's a lot of fun to ride. So, and it was a big hit when it came out. Still is super popular. This is a bike that would be awesome for taking out on the track for track days. Again, it's fuel injected, Mikuni fuel injection, 39 millimeter throttle bodies, 6-speed transmission, has a 120/60 front tire and a 160 on the rear. I've got the title in hand here, and the bike's ready to go. So if you have any questions about it, give us a call, 860-454-7024. It has, in my opinion, one of the best paint jobs I've seen on this particular model. I love this metallic blue with the silver stripe on the side. It has a tank protector on it. Got a nice set of bars. The grips are mint. It's got some upgraded levers on it, and the tires are in excellent condition also, front and rear. It's got new replacement tires, so and the chain's in mint shape too. The exhaust system's brand new. It's a full exhaust header, which includes the header pipes and the mufflers, and it's got a new battery in it too. So it's just been gone through here, detailed in our detail shop, and it's ready to go, ready to put under your Christmas tree. So if you're looking for something that's going to be trouble-free, fun bike to ride, you may have just found it.
It's an LED.
LED headlight. Typical quality Suzuki. Everything works perfectly on it. It runs like a rape ape. The only issue on the bike cosmetically is there's a ding in the tank right here. We were gonna have the Dent Magician pop this out. It'd be a couple $200, $300 to get that done. But he's backed up for probably 30 days. If you've been watching our videos, he just left with 13 gas tanks, and he's got a couple weeks worth of work. So,
Yeah, well, not only that, we wanted to keep the cost on the bike down. We don't have to ask the moon for it. So the bike's going to be priced inexpensively, and it's going to be priced to go.
what do you think of the Sick Ride Dell?
It's a very nice bike. It real crisp. It stops on a dime. Nice tight bike. I've ridden a lot of motorcycles, and that is just a fun bike to ride. I think whoever puts their money in for that one will really enjoy it.
Yeah, the fuel injection definitely is super crisp. The Mikuni fuel injection, they've got that dialed in. I was reading the spec sheet on it earlier, and it's also extremely light. I think it was like 367 pounds or something like that. I don't know if I have the form here anywhere, but it feels light. It feels very flickable. It's a great handling bike. Sticky tires, big brakes, torquey V-twin. I don't think anybody's going to be disappointed with the performance of this bike, even compared with today's modern sport bikes. It's a lot of fun to ride. Here it is, 368 pounds. That's light. That's really light.
That's super light.
Kenny, one of the things that I really liked about the bike is the seating position. You're not all bent over like on a traditional crotch rocket.
That's
This
true,
has
yeah.
a much more friendly, position. It's in between the I'm all hunched over and I'm setting up straight. It's a nice, comfortable feel.
And the ease of turning this thing is in large part due to the frame. The new frame has a 25-degree rake and trail. I think an average would be around a 28 to 30. This has a pretty steep front end with awesome long travel forks and rear shocks. So it turns super tight, and it's a 56-inch wheelbase. So upright seating position, not all crunched over like you would be on a Hayabusa. So it's something you can put your girl on the back and ride it down on the beach and enjoy riding it all day long. 6-speed transmission, take it out on the highway. We'll do 80 miles an hour all day long. Got the title in hand. This is definitely, I'll say this is a Kaplan America approved bike. By that, I mean, I'd put my son on this, or I'd hop on it and ride it to Florida tomorrow for bike week or whatever, knowing I'm not going to have any issues. Thoroughly sorted out, brand new exhaust, brand new braking clutch levers and grips and mirrors, and just a super nice bike. Tires are like new. Battery's perfect. So good luck bidding on it. If you have any questions, give us a call, 860-454-7024. This would look great under your Christmas tree, and there's still plenty of time to get it to you. So good luck bidding. God bless America. I'm going to ride this back in the museum, put her on display till the holidays.
Good luck bidding, guys, and God bless America.